you hear us all right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Do you want us to get started now or like in a minute?
You can go ahead and get started.
All right, we're gonna get started. To you, Shauna.
Thanks, B. Alrighty, welcome everybody. We have a little bit of a cross-training workout for you today. I was told to channel my inner Jane Fonda, so I got a little bit of that action for you. To start today in our warm-up, let me get my time going. We're gonna start with just a high knee march. Okay, old school style, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Okay, nice high pace. We're not worrying about getting our knees up so high right now, but just getting our speed going. Nice deep breath in. Take it out, keep that march going. Breathe it in. Take it down. Okay, now we're gonna be doing a grapevine to the right, which is a step of one step behind, to the right, flat. Step, cross, step. You're always crossing behind that front leg, okay? There you go. So we can take this up a little bit faster. There we go. If you're really feeling it already, you can kind of get a hop going with all this. Otherwise, right here is perfect. We're just here to get our heart rates going a little bit. Then we're going to take this into a grapevine with a jack. Grapevine, and then a jumping jack. Grapevine, jumping jack. Awesome. There we go. Take it one and over. There we go. That should really be helping to get our heart rates up. I can hear my pedometer going when we do this. Oh, hopefully it's adding some steps for me today. I hope you guys are keeping track of your steps too for the challenge. All right, here we go. Now we're going to be doing some hip openers in and out. We're going to start with in. So we're going to take one leg and draw a circle going in. Going in. I'm using my hands just to kind of help show you that space that we're going to take. Woo! Keep your core strong. It'll help you with your balance. There you go. If without those hands, it's just like this, drawing that big circle into the middle. Let's even it out. Then we're going to go out. So again, starting from inside, out. Woo! These are always good. We are going to be doing some squats and lunges and things today. Making sure we wake up those legs. Keep it up. We're going to do 30 seconds of each warm up. So by the end of this, we should feel pretty amazing. Whew. All right. Hopefully everyone's having an excellent week as well. Okay, we're almost there. Our next one is windmills. Let's just do this. 1, 2. Okay, windmills. We're in a nice wide stance and our arms are out. We're going to bend and touch the opposite hand to the opposite toe, okay? We're going to be bending, keeping this strong. It's a bend at the waist, not a slump over here. Keep that back strong. Arms out, touch that toe, okay? And up, down and up. You get a little bit of a stretch at the same time. Breathe out on the way up. There we go. Perfect. This is sort of like the other version of a monster kick, which we've done before. So instead of staying standing and kicking, we come down to meet our toes instead. Okay. Next, we're going to be transitioning to an alternating lunge. Okay, so I'm going to start out with just a basic forward lunge. Okay, we're going to take a big step forward and sink straight down and come up. Okay, then we're going to go big step out, straight down, straight up. So you know I'm a big stickler for form. So it's a big step out, straight down. You see how my knee is not going over my toe? I'm at 2 little right angles. Push it back. Big step out, down, up. Other reminder for this one is keeping your hips nice and square. So don't let it get into like this weird warrior thing, keeping everything forward, down, up. And don't worry about touching your knee to the ground. That's not what we're after right now. We're just waking up those leg muscles. Boop, boop. Okay, we're almost ready for our last warm up here, which is going to be an oblique crunch. So these are the last 2. 1 and 2. With our oblique crunch, we're in a wide stance. Our knees are slightly bent. We are up in a nice straight posture. Then we're going to lean over. If you have your hand on your leg, just slide it down, bring it up. Slide it down, bring it up. It's a small movement, but we're waking up our spine and our obliques. There's lots of fun stuff planned today. It's gonna be great. Okay, here we go, last one. Woo, all right, hopefully your bodies are feeling good. Okie dokie, so for this first round, we're gonna be doing 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off. So 40 seconds of the exercise, 20 seconds of rest. Now, by rest, I don't mean like, we're gonna take a little 20-second cat nap. We're gonna be doing a march in place like we did in our warm-up to keep our heart rates up. We're just gonna relax the muscle that we were working on for those 20 seconds. Our first one is an oil driller. We did these last week, so just to review the form, I'm gonna do it head on and then I'll show you from the side. It's a one-legged action here. So we're going to lift, let your back foot lift up, keeping your body in a nice straight plank, leaning forward and coming right back up, okay? Try not to put this foot down if you need it for balance. And I know I get wiggly too. It's totally okay to set your toe down gently. And we come forward. We really want to focus on keeping that core strong. So when we lean forward, again, let that foot gently come up off the ground and back up. It is not about touching the ground, so don't worry yourself about that. Okay, we are going to go 40 seconds on, 20 seconds off, starting with your right leg or your dominant leg. Ready, and go. Forward and up. Really use that core to not only keep you stable, but also to help lift you up, okay? Perfect. Remember to breathe. If anybody has hand weights at home or even cans of food, you can put in your hands or put a couple in a plastic bag and use also as a weight. You can make your own, you know, hand weights and kettlebells with whatever you have lying around. I always would recommend if you have a small child or a pet, use that too. They are perfectly great as weights. All right, here we go. Last one, and rest with a march. Awesome. It's gonna help shake out that leg too. Now we're gonna switch legs and we're gonna do this on the, we're gonna do a regular squat first, and then when we go back around, then we're gonna even it out on the left. I won't forget, I promise. Okay, we're gonna do a regular squat. Here we go, and down and up. Remember, sticking the tushy back and up. It's that hover move. Your toes should be able to wiggle when you go down. When you come up, really squeeze your buttons together, okay? And if coming down really far isn't for you today, that's totally fine. Just something gentle right here is perfect. Your form is still important, okay? You know that I don't want you getting hurt. If you want to kick it up, go down lower. And you really have to squeeze back here to come back up. So you make it hard for you. Okay, we're coming up to our rest in 3, 2, 1, rest and march. Our next one up is going to be calf raises. If you need a chair or a wall, grab it. If you want to try it on your own, totally awesome. But we're going to do calf raises both at the same time. We're not going to do one and then the other. Ready, and go. So if you're holding on to something, you're just coming up on your tippy toes. Up on your tippy toes. If you want to try it without holding on to something, focusing on one point out there that's stationary, spot on your floor, spot on the wall, your dog spot, whatever works for you. Up and up. Excellent job. We're going for some ripped calves. And hopefully when we can all go outside and wear shorts, we can show them off. All right, and we're gonna go to our rest in 3, 2, 1, and rest with a march. I like doing this kind of rest when we do leg stuff because I feel like it helps shake out the muscle, which is handy. Our next one is gonna be a plie squat. So we've done these before together. It's a nice, keep your march going. I'm just going to show you this nice wide stance and down. My toes are out at about a 45-degree angle. My chest is high. My back is straight. I am not leaning forward. It is a plie as if you're in ballet. Hey. Okay. We're still squeezing from behind as to help us come up. And again, if you want this to be harder, go lower. If lower isn't for you and we're right up here, that's super great. Perfectly great. I just want you to protect your knees so they always track over your toes. If your toes are facing me, but your knees are facing, an angle, no good. Ready and rest. March it out. Our last one is going to be a bridge hip lift. Keep your march going. You're going to come down on the ground. This is the hip lift. I'm pushing off of my feet and squeezing my butt to keep my shoulders on the ground. In 3, 2, 1. Push. Push. My feet are about hip distance apart. I'm pushing up through my heels, squeezing my tushy. And I'm resting on my shoulders at the very top. Keep that core strong. Woo! Excellent. These will actually also get your hamstrings. I know when we did this a couple weeks ago, my hamstrings were sore for a week. So you think it's a simple exercise, but it's doing more than you think. Ready and rest. Up to the top. Okay. That was the round. Let's take this march and rest. We're going to come back up to the top with that oil driller, and we're going to do the opposite leg. So for me, that's my left leg. If you are a left-handy person and you tend to start on your left side, just remember to even it out on the other side. Here we go. Ready? Forward. Keeping those hips nice and square. It'll help you with your balance as well. So instead of opening up like this, we always want to be facing forward. It helps me when I keep my hands down like this, just to remember that I'm pointing to the ground. And my body is a nice long stick. Okay, perfect. We're almost there. Keep going. Remembering to breathe. I'm remembering to keep my shoulders down too. Get that tension out of my shoulders, take them away from my ears. Woo. Okay, and rest. Active recovery. Here we go. Okay, now we're going into that regular squat. So again, our feet are about hip distance apart. Our toes are facing forward. We're going to push our booties way behind us, okay? Like you're hovering over a chair. Remember this little trick we talked about before? I'm not going to sit on the chair. As soon as I feel it, then I stand up. You see, I have to push my butt back in order to get to it. So if you need help, that's a good guide. Down and up, really squeezing at the top. As we say in Kaya, like pretend that you have a $100 bill back there. You wouldn't want to lose it, would you? Woo! Pitch it. Awesome. We're almost there. Woo! Beautiful day outside. I hope you're near a window. You can see the gorgeous blue sky. One more and then rest. Okay. Awesome, possum. Now we're going to those calf raises. So feel free to get something to help stabilize you, or you can just freewheel it. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, calf raise. There we go. Whew. Sometimes we think of this as a break, but then about like 15 seconds in, it feels like work again. But you're doing awesome. Thank you for being with me today. Always remembering to breathe. Good advice for exercise in life. We're almost there. You're more than halfway. Keep it up. Really try to go as high as you can on those tippy toes. Excellent. 3, 2, 1. Active recovery. Woo! There we go. And feel free to get funky with it. You're having a good day. It's Wellness Wednesday. There we go. All right. Now we're going into our plie squat. Again, that's this wide stance. Top half is staying perfectly straight. Here we go. Down. Knees track over toes. We still squeeze on the way up. You pick your hard. You're only competing with yourself. So remember how you're doing today, and the next time we meet or the next time you take a fitness class here, just remember what you did and you'll see improvement in yourself, which is awesome. Excellent, you're almost there. Last 10 seconds. Then we're gonna go into our active recovery. Woo. And active recovery, excellent. Then we're gonna be going into those bridge hip lifts on the ground. So I'm gonna cut our recovery short just so we can have time to get down. Ready? And to the floor. Feet planted on the ground and push up and really squeeze. The higher you can push up, the more you get out of the exercise, whatever that looks like for you. Keeping our belly button into our spine, supporting our back. You're already halfway done, and you're doing great. During this active recovery coming up, I'll explain round 2. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, active recovery, back up. Okay, in our round 2, we have a theme of 50. So it's either 50 pulses, and there's just a little bit of it, that exercise movement, or 50 full reps. All of these are a little bit small. Of course, I have to start big. And we're gonna start with something called a mountain climber. So keep those feet going, even if it's just a side step. And a mountain climber, as if you're on the side of a mountain, opposite hand and opposite foot are gonna go up. Bring that knee up as high as you can. This is completely fine. So just reach how your body will allow you today. This is a mountain climber. We're not gonna do them super fast. If you want, you are totally welcome to hop them out. But today we're just gonna be doing them at just a decently paced march, okay? And for this one, we're gonna let 2 equal 1, because of course this would be 1, 2. If it's 2 equals 1, it's 1, 1, 2, 2. Okay, for the interest of the time for this round, which we can always repeat if we have time, we're gonna let 2 equals 1 on that. Then we're gonna be doing some arm circles, not big stretchy ones, but little ones that are controlled. We're gonna go back and then forward on that. Then we're gonna have arm bounces. We are going to do all of those in a row. It's gonna work out your shoulders and all these juicy muscles in the top of your back. We also have push-ups, but we're gonna do wall push-ups, or if you wanna do them on a chair, something where you have a little bit of an incline, okay? We don't need to kill ourselves on 50 push-ups today, but we can always save that for later. Then we're all going to have swimmers, which we've done before, which is when you're lying flat on the ground. Arms are stretched out in front of you. Opposite arm, opposite leg, and you just pump like this. Since those are small, those will be 2 equals 1, because we can get those out pretty fast. Then we have arch ups, and we've done those before together. Again, you're down on the ground, arms are out front. You're going to come up and squeeze your elbows back and bring your feetsies off the floor if you can. Otherwise, just focus on the top and leave the toes down, or you can do both, okay? All right, that was your demonstration of everything for round 2. Now we're gonna do it together. So for 50 mountain climbers, 1 to 1, we're gonna start those first. Whew, here we go. 1, 2, 10, 20, halfway, 40, and 50. Awesome job. Okay, now for those arm circles. You can stay just in a regular hip distance apart stance. If you want a little added challenge, come down to a little bit of a plie squat. So a wide stance, toes are out tracking with those knees, and then you can be out. So again, this adds just a little bit of extra challenge for your lower half. Being up here is perfectly great. Do just make sure to keep your core strong all the time, even if you're just standing, okay? Really important muscle. So I'm going to start up here with you. We're going to be doing 50 arm circles back. Here we go. 1, 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. Keep those arms out. I'm going to come down here just as an example of how you can make it a little harder if you need to. Keep your pelvis in. Don't let your butt shoot out. Keep everything in and tight. Now we're going to be doing those arm circles forward, little ones. Here we go. 1, 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. Okay, so for this last one, we're going to be doing little bounces, arms straight up. I notice how tight my chest is because I can feel my arms tracking in like this during the exercise. Just be present, be mindful of your body, and just correct it gently as needed. So I'm back up here with you for 50 bounces. Here we go. 1, 30, 40, and 50. Woo! Let's shake that out. My goodness. When we do bar, that's a little taste of a bar exercise. It's little teeny movements like that, but a lot of them. Again, it seems easy in the beginning, but then after you get through a round or two, man, it is very sore. Same thing, if you have like a can of soup or even 1 or 2 pound weights in your house, try that with the weight as an added little bit of flavor, okay? Pun, because of soup. Oh, that was so good and unintentional. Alrighty, now we have our wall push-ups, or you can use a table, chair, whatever you have at your disposal. My wall here is pretty narrow, so I'm going to use a chair. This is an opportunity to work on your form, okay? And we don't have to stress as much about difficulty level. If you're ready for a floor push-up, please go ahead and get that done on your knees or on your toes. We want to make sure that we're coming down nice and straight, okay? And we're keeping everything in a nice plank either way, whether you're on the floor or on a wall. Okay, so we're going to kick our feet out in a nice plank, which means keeping your buns squeezed, squozen, and your abs tight. Okay, here we go. 1, but let's do this in a pulse. I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. We're doing this in a pulse. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. All right. I think that pulse helps us get through it faster, and it's still an awesome workout for all this tricep stuff we got going on. Okay, now for swimmers. Again, this is going to be 1-to-1 because we can pump through them really, really fast. But go ahead and down on the floor. You're in a nice long line. Arms are in front. Feet are together behind you, and we lift the opposite together. Always remembering that when we're in any kind of plank, even just like what we had with those push-ups, keep your gaze slightly ahead of you so you don't dip your head down. You want to try to keep your spine straight. So we're going to do that here. And we're going to count these out 1-to-1. Here we go. 1, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. All right, so now we have arch up. So we're going to stay on the floor. So for this, let's try this in a pulse as well for the sake of time. So when we're doing our pulse, it's already, you're going to basically stay up and then pull, pull, pull. Again, if those toesies aren't coming off the floor, don't worry about it. Keep them down. It'll help you with the front half coming up as well. It's important in this one just to be pulling those elbows into your back, and that way it's going to help work all that yummy upper back area as well. All right, here we go. 50 arch up pulses. Ready, go. 1. 10. 20. 30. 40. 50. Woo! All right. We have time to go through this again. So let's go ahead and do it. So we're going to do those 50 mountain climbers where 1 is 1. Nice big reach. So if you're feeling more up for it, the higher you pull your knee, the better. And a nice big stretch with that arm. Very purposeful. Like you're really trying to get that next handhold. Okay? 50 mountain climbers. Here we go. 1. 10. 20. 30. 40. And 50. Woohoo! All righty. Now we have our arm circles. Here we go. Pardon me, chair. Again, if you want to be up here just in a nice strong stance, great. This is a way to make it a little harder with that little bit of a plie squat. Keeping our tailbone tucked in. Abs are strong, whether you are standing up or you're down here in this little bit of a squat. Shoulders down and relaxed. Arms out straight. Arm circles going back. 50 of them. Here we go. 1. 10. 30. 40. 50. Now going forward. 1. 10. 20. 30. 40. 50. All righty. Now we have those arm bounces. Here we go. 1, 2. 10. 20. 30. 40. 50. All right. Woo! Okie dokie, we're almost there. Let's get these wall push-ups, bounces out of the way. And we're going to do this in a pulse. I'm actually going to save the day here. We're going to cut that down to 25, okay? So 25 push-up pulses in whatever position works for you. Here we go. Long neck. 1. 10. 20. 25. Okay. Same thing for our swimmers. It's going to be 26 just so we can even it all out. Well, let's do that 1 to 1. Here we go. 1. 10. 20. 26. All right, arch ups are going to be 25. Here we go. Pulses. 1. 10. 20. 25. All righty. Now, for this last one, I'm going to stay down here because this is where we are going to revisit the height of one Miss Jane Fonda for some lower body exercise. Here we go. So you're going to be in a tabletop position, which as it sounds, you're in a nice hip distance apart, knees and hands firmly on the floor, back is flat. There's none of this and there's none of this. We're not in cat-cow, we're in tabletop. So if you were going to play solitaire, you should be able to line up those cards right on your back, no problem. Okay? So our first one is going to be a straight leg lift from the side. How that looks is like this. You don't necessarily come all the way back down. So if you're in this straight, that's your straight leg lift. Then we have a fire hydrant, which kind of how it sounds, not to be crude, but it's like when a dog is going to pee on a fire hydrant, you're lifting your leg up. You're staying in this right angle and lifting straight up from your hip, okay? That's a fire hydrant. A donkey kick, you're going to come up with this flexed foot and push, push, like you're trying to kick the ceiling, okay? Then we are going to be doing a side leg lift. So we're going to be propped on our elbow. We have this, where we're taking our top leg and coming up. We also have one where you're going to step ahead and you're going to be doing teeny tiny lifts with the bottom leg to your inner thigh, okay? All righty, here we go. We're going to do 20 reps of each. I'm just going to make sure that we have enough time for our cool down, okay? So let's do this, 20 reps of each. We're starting with our straight leg lift. Here we go. 1. 10. 20. Okay. Let's switch legs to give our right leg a break. We are going to do 20 leg lifts on the opposite side. Here we go. 1. 10. 20. All right, other side, going to that fire hydrant. So again, your leg is going to stay in that right angle. We're going to lift from the side. Here we go. 1. 10. 20. Hopefully you feel that squarely in your cheek. Other side, here we go. 10. 20. Okie dokie. Here we go for that donkey kick. Again, you're going to be kicking at the ceiling with your heel. Your foot is flexed. Here we go. 1. 10. 20. Other side, here we go. 1. 10. 20. All right, our last 2 exercises we're going to do on our side on the floor. So for this one, we're going to be starting with our top leg coming up. Oof. Nothing more pleasant than a nice hard floor on the hip. Alrighty, if you have a yoga mat at home or a nice squishy carpet, yay. All right, here we go. We're just gonna be lifting our top leg up. Try to get out of the, there we go. 20, here we go. 1. 10. 20. I keep my toes pointed with this. You could also flex. Either way, make sure your toe is making a decision, so it helps keep your leg nice and strong. You can either keep your foot behind this leg as we do these upsy daisy ones, or if it's more comfortable to put it in front, that's okay too. That's a personal preference. I'll keep mine back here just so you can see my leg better. And we're going to be lifting up from this inner thigh. Here we go. 1. 10. 20. Other side. I know these moves are super old school, but they work really, really well. Whew. Okay, here we go. Top leg is going to be doing the work on this one. Up. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Okay, last one, and then we cool down. Here we go. 1. Woo. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yay, you made it. Okie dokie, let's stay down here and start with a cobbler stretch, also known as butterfly. Our feet are close together. We sit up nice and tall and let gravity do the rest of the work. Whew, you did awesome today. We sweated together. It was a very bonding experience, so thank you for being here. I have so much fun doing this, so thank you for having me. Oh, nice stretch. We just worked those legs out pretty well. And let's take that into a front pike. So legs out nice and straight, back is straight, and then slowly fold over and breathe out. Touch whatever is available to you, your shoelaces, the bottoms of your shoe, your shins, your knees, whatever is there for you. Stretches should be slightly uncomfortable but not painful. So really get with your body and check in so that way you know the difference for you. I think I've told you guys before that I'm working on doing the splits, and I'm addicted to TikTok, and they have these tutorial videos about it. So got to do those stretches every day. All right, let's get out into a V stretch. Your legs as far as you can. Again, nice and straight, fold over the top. This will help stretch everything that we've done with all of our lower body exercises, our squats, these leg lifts. Awesome. Let's bring it in. So you're going to fold like you're going to do crisscross applesauce. You're going to take one foot so it's close to your butt. The other one is going to come up and you're going to give it a nice big hug. Feel all the love, and you should be feeling a nice stretch all throughout your IT band and your tush. This is a good one to work at after those fire hydrants. That fire hydrants really work out the side of your butt. I know I can feel it when we do those. Remember to breathe. I sang that song by Faith Hill last time. I'll spare you that this time. All right, other side, sitting up nice and straight. Hug that knee into your chest. I want to know if anybody has made some amazing crafts or food items these days. I love experimenting with the random things I have in my pantry and my freezer. I usually end up making some kind of stir fry or curry because like refrigerator soup is something my stepmother does and it's delicious. But it's always different every time because it's just whatever's in the refrigerator, which is why we call it refrigerator soup. I think we're in a good time to get creative with what we have. Let's switch sides and get our quads stretched out. Woo. Okay, let's take it into a quick Achilles stretch. This is when you're just crouching down like this and you're trying to get your heels to the floor. Some people can already do this really easily, others can't. I am one of those, so I'm always working on it. Let's take it to a front fold. So it's just bend in half. Slowly roll up. Big arm circles back. We're almost there. Just get those shoulders worked out. And then let's crisscross. And then self high five. Woo! And you are done for today. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you next time.